What if you've been living a lie, one so convincing you never thought to question it? What if everything you see, feel, and believe is just a storyline your mind is playing on repeat? Most people go through life like that, chasing success, escaping pain, trying to figure it all out, without ever realizing they're stuck in a dream. Not metaphorically, literally. You're not the character you think you are. You're the one watching it all happen. The truth? You're not human. You're awareness, consciousness playing a game where it pretends to be a person with problems, memories, and a future. And the craziest part, it all feels real. Until you wake up. But once you become conscious, everything shifts. The stress doesn't own you. The past stops defining you. You see through the illusion of reality like Neo seeing the Matrix code for the first time. You don't need to escape the world. You just need to see it for what it is. And when that happens, you finally take back your power, not just to manifest stuff, but to actually create from a whole new level of being. 1. The avatar illusion. You're playing the human game. He thinks he's this body, this name, this story, but he's not. What he sees in the mirror is just the avatar, the costume worn to play the human game. Consciousness is the real player, and God is the engine behind the whole thing. Every heartbreak, every win, every traffic jam, all scripted scenes in a simulation designed for growth. And most folks don't even realize they're in it. It's like putting on a VR headset and forgetting you're wearing it. You start reacting as if the game is the only reality. That job title becomes your identity. The arguments feel personal, and you begin to believe you're powerless. But when you pause and observe, something shifts. Awareness sneaks in, and you begin to question, who's actually watching all this unfold? Imagine being in a dream and suddenly realizing, wait, this isn't real. That's what it feels like when the illusion of reality cracks. You're still in the dream, but now you know you're dreaming. You can play smarter, respond instead of react, and stop carrying the weight of every little drama. From this state, you live with intention, not just survival, a practical way to remember you're the player. Set a reminder on your phone with the question, who's experiencing this right now? Or write it on your bathroom mirror. These small cues pull you back into awareness, and the more aware you become, the easier it is to see through the code that's been running the whole time. 2. The code of reality. How the mind hacks your perception. Every second, the mind is translating raw data into a story, and it's not always the truth. What we call reality is filtered through beliefs, past experiences, and emotional patterns. It's like wearing tinted glasses and thinking the world is actually that color. The mind isn't your enemy, but it sure loves running old scripts. That's why two people can live the same moment and see completely different things. Let's say someone ignores your message. One mind sees rejection, another sees a busy person. Same event, different code. This mental matrix is built on language, emotion, and memory, layer after layer that distorts what is. You're not actually stuck in it. You're just convinced it's real until awareness kicks in. And when it does, the spell begins to break. A good place to start is by tracking the loops. Notice repetitive thoughts like, I'm not good enough, or this always happens to me. Write them down. That's code, lines of thought you didn't choose consciously. Question them. Are they true? Who would you be without that belief? Byron Katie's The Work is a powerful tool for slicing through illusions like this. The mind will resist, of course. It's designed to protect the familiar. But as consciousness grows, the mind shifts from master to servant. It becomes a tool, not a trap. And just when you think you've figured it all out, something even deeper is revealed about the way most people think they're awake, but aren't. 3. False waking. Why most people are spiritually asleep with their eyes open. He wakes up, grabs his phone, checks the news, and thinks he's awake. But what if that's just part of the dream? Most people are running on autopilot, reacting to emails, traffic, conversations, thinking they're making choices, but it's just the same emotional script on repeat. Anger, worry, stress, all pre-programmed loops. Real awakening, it's when you realize you've been hypnotized. Ever caught yourself mid-argument and thought, why am I even yelling? That moment of clarity, that's awareness peeking through. Until then, people function like machines with habits, reacting without ever asking, is this really me? They're alive, yes, but they're not living. They're in a dream where the illusion of reality feels so convincing they never question the script. To break free, start by noticing your patterns. Same arguments with your partner, same stress every Monday, that's your loop. Set tiny wake-up moments during the day, like taking 3 conscious breaths before answering a text. Meditation helps, but so does simply watching yourself during the day, like you're watching a character in a movie. It's weird, and it works. And once you begin to see that you're not your reactions, something wild happens. You stop being controlled by them. That's when consciousness begins to deepen. The illusion cracks even more, and suddenly the world itself doesn't look the same anymore. 4. The fabric of consciousness. Why the world isn't what it seems. What if the world isn't really out there? What if it's more like a projection, like a dream unfolding inside your awareness? That's not just mystic talk, it's what quantum physics is hinting at. The observer effect shows that nothing is solid until it's perceived. Reality then isn't fixed, it's rendered. And what renders it? Consciousness, God, awareness itself. It's like when you're dreaming at night. Buildings, people, entire cities seem real, but they're not out there. They're inside you. The same thing happens here. That annoying coworker, the bills on the table, even the sunrise. All part of a reality experienced within. The mind screams, but I can touch it. Sure, but remember, VR can feel real too. Take a simple example. 2 people watch the same movie. One is inspired, the other bored out of his mind. The film didn't change, their perception did. Life works the same way. That's why changing the world doesn't always work. Changing your perception of it, that's the real upgrade. Awareness doesn't wait for the world to shift, it shifts you. And as this shift deepens, it becomes clear. What you thought was outside was always inside. The world becomes lighter, less threatening. You don't walk around trying to fight the illusion anymore. You see through it. And then something flips. The soul you thought was buried deep inside you might not be inside you at all. 5. Your soul isn't in the body is in the soul. Most people believe the soul is trapped somewhere inside their chest, like a little glowing orb waiting to be set free. But it's actually the other way around. The body is inside the soul. That's why you can observe your thoughts, your feelings, even your body itself. Because you're not in the body, you're in consciousness. You are awareness, watching the movie from a seat that's beyond form. Think about dreams again. Your dream body moves around, feels pain, falls in love. But where is that body? It's happening inside your awareness. Now apply that same logic here. What you call the external world is actually inside a larger field, your eternal soul. That's why mystics say, you're not the drop in the ocean, you're the ocean in a drop. Practical example? Try sitting in silence for 5 minutes and shift your focus from your body to your awareness of it. Don't think about your hand. Be aware that you're aware of your hand. Subtle difference, huge impact. That awareness has no shape, no weight, no age. It's not a part of the body. It contains it. Like space holding everything, but never touched by anything. Once you grasp this, the fear of death loses its grip. The body comes and goes, sure, but the soul doesn't even flinch. And suddenly, emotional triggers start looking a little different. They're not just reactions, they're opportunities, pointers, codes revealing the mind's patterns right before your eyes. 6. Triggers as teachers. The mind reveals itself through what you react to. That flash of irritation, That sting of jealousy? Those aren't just emotions, they're messages. Triggers are like pop-up windows from the subconscious, showing you the exact lines of code still running in the background. Every time something gets to you, it's because part of your mind still believes the illusion. And here's the kicker, that's good news, because now you can rewrite it. Let's say someone criticizes your work and you feel attacked. That's not about them. It's a mirror. Maybe it reflects an old wound from childhood or a belief that you're not good enough. Instead of reacting, try observing. Feel it, but don't feed it. Breathe. And what part of me is being exposed here? That question alone shifts you from identification to awareness. One powerful exercise: journal your triggers daily. Make 2 columns, what happened and what you felt. Then ask yourself, what belief is hidden under this? Over time, patterns emerge. Same trigger, different people. That's the code. And once you see it clearly, it loses its power. You're no longer a puppet of the mind. You're the one holding the strings. And when you live like that, every emotional wave becomes a lesson, not punishment, training. You stop fearing discomfort because now you know discomfort is a doorway. And on the other side of that door is something bigger, a realization that you're not just reacting to the dream, you're the one dreaming it. 7. Becoming the dreamer. How to reclaim the power of creation. Imagine waking up inside your dream and realizing you can fly. That's what it's like when you become conscious inside your own life. You stop reacting and start creating. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? You ask, what am I creating right now? That's the shift. From victim to creator. From lost in the illusion to lucid in it. This is the essence of manifestation, but not the watered-down version. We're not talking about wishing for a red sports car while scrolling Instagram. We're talking about aligning with consciousness so deeply that your inner state shapes the outer reality. God isn't somewhere far away pulling the strings. That creative force? It's you when you're fully aware. Want to live like the dreamer? Start small. Every morning before you get out of bed, visualize how you want your day to feel. Not just what you want to do, how you want to be. Calm, focused, powerful. That sets your frequency. Throughout the day, pause and ask, am I still in the dream or am I becoming conscious in it? That question alone can shift your state. And here's the wild part. The outside world may not change instantly, but something inside you will. The same people, same routine, same challenges, but you're different. And when you shift, everything else starts to reflect that shift. It's subtle at first, then it's undeniable. You start to see with new eyes, and the world suddenly looks nothing like before. 8. Nothing changes, but everything looks different. It's funny, people expect that once they awaken, their life will explode into fireworks and rainbows. But actually, the outside often stays the same. Same bills, same job, same family drama, but something inside flips. You're no longer tangled in it. You're watching it, moving through it with a strange peace. That's the paradox. Nothing changes, but everything looks different. Imagine walking through a haunted house and suddenly realizing it's just actors and props. The fear doesn't vanish completely, but now you're in on the trick. That's what happens when you see through the illusion of reality. You still play the game, but with awareness. Life stops being a series of problems and starts becoming a playground for consciousness. The boss yelling at you? Just noise in the simulation. That slow driver, part of the code. But now, instead of reacting like a programmed avatar, you choose your response. You laugh more, you breathe more. You stop taking everything so personally. That's not apathy, it's freedom. Awareness lets you move like a Jedi through the nonsense. And the best part, this shift doesn't require a guru, a retreat, or a crystal pyramid in your living room. It just needs one thing: the willingness to see, to question, to wake up not from sleep, but from the trance of thinking you're just human. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. And from there, well, reality starts getting really weird. in the best way. If you want to elevate your vibrations and manifest with more ease, I have prepared something special for you. Click the link in the first pinned comment and join us in the journey of awakening your inner mage.